anniversary of the October 7th Hamas attack in Israel that resulted in the killing of about 1,200 people, an unprecedented attack on Israel from Gaza, the deadliest in the country's history. Now, memorials and protests over the fate of the captives marked the first anniversary of the attack as fighting continues in Gaza and Lebanon. As Sassum Cham reports, Israel is observing the first anniversary of the deadly attack inside its territory by the Palestinian group Hamas, a massacre that was followed by Israel's ongoing genocide against the Palestinians in Gaza.
Israel and the Palestinian group Hamas have been at war since October 7th, which resulted to killing of over 40,000 Palestinian people, and majority of the victims are said to be women and children. On the morning of October 7th, waves of Hamas gunmen stormed across Gaza's border into Israel, killing about 1,200 people, an unprecedented attack on the Israel from Gaza, the deadliest in Israel's history. The Israel military campaign immediately followed, which has killed thousands in the Palestinian territory. Hamas also took more than 250 others to Gaza as hostages, and some of them are still not freed despite several attempts to broker a ceasefire that could allow release of the captives. As Israel commemorates the one-year anniversary of the Hamas October 7th attack, its forces still continue deadliest operation between Gaza and Lebanon, triggering further tensions in the Middle East. As remembrance of those who were brutally killed and suffered disgusting violence, the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres says the October 7 attack scared souls. The UN chief also mentioned that it is time to silence the guns as the conflict continues to devastate Gaza and spread violence across the region.
Today marks 1 year since the horrific events of October 7th, when Hamas launched a large-scale terror attack in Israel, killing over 1,250 Israelis and foreign nationals, including children and women. More than 250 people were abducted and taken to Gaza, including many women and children. The October 7th attack scarred souls, and on this day, we remember all those who were brutally killed and suffered unspeakable violence, including sexual violence, as they were simply living their lives. This is a day for the global community to repeat in the loudest voice our utter condemnation of the abhorrent acts of Hamas, including the taking of hostages. Over the course of the past year, I have met with the families of hostages, learned more about the lives, hopes and dreams of their loved ones, and shared in their anguish and pain. I cannot imagine the torture they are forced to endure every day. And I demand once again the immediate and unconditional release of all hostages.
As part of the efforts to end the conflict, among others, Hamas wants thousands of Palestinian prisoners in Israel to be freed and for an end to the blockade of the Gaza Strip by Israel and Egypt, something both countries say is for security. Hamas has fought several wars with Israel since it took power, fired thousands of rockets and carried out many other deadly attacks. The Islamic group, in some cases, its armed wing alone, is considered a terrorist group by Israel, the US, the EU, and the United Kingdom. Among others, Iran is reportedly backing Hamas with funding, weapons, and training. Meanwhile, Israel has repeatedly attacked Hamas with airstrikes and sent troops into Gaza in 2008 and 2014. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said his country faces war on 7 fronts, including Hezbollah and Hamas. Israel has pounded Beirut in recent days, with some of the most intense bombing of its war against Hezbollah, which has killed more than 1,400 people in Lebanon. In Israel, a Hezbollah rocket attack on Haifa has wounded 5 people in what appeared to be the first time the group has struck the northern city during the conflict. Reporting for Eyeafrica News, I'm Sassum Cham.